Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another edition of HM Exclusive Interview. I am your host and editor-in-chief of Hype Magazine, Rae Ashe. And today we have I'm actually very honored to have her here. She's an innovator, and she has created something that's very special for women of color, I believe. If you don't, you're going to hear her story and like, oh, yeah, this is necessary. Thank you for joining us, Shanley Simpson. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for joining HM. And I want to congratulate you early because even though this is going to air later in broadcast, your launch date for You Go Girl, correct?
Yes.
Greeting card launches 2222. Tell us how you came up with that idea.
Oh, yeah. So You Go Girls is a greeting card company exclusively for women of color, where we pretty much just celebrate women in every aspect, every occasion. So whether it's your birthday, whether you just got a new job, whether you just got married, anything, we have a series of cards that basically say, you go girl. So it was something that I came up with because I love cards. I love sending letters. I love all the stationery things. And I just pretty much just got tired of going to the store and not seeing what I wanted to see. I was kind of having to settle. And I just didn't think that was fair. And I finally got to the point where I was creating my own cards. Like for Christmas, my husband and I send out Christmas cards every year. And we have to literally make our own, design our own, which it gets really fun. But it becomes a whole nother task where I just can't go to the show and see something that represents us. So over the Christmas break, I just had the idea that I'm going to do it. And I honestly didn't think it was going to be like this. I told a few people and they were like, that's a really great idea. Like that's needed. Like I need this. And after telling a couple more people, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like this is going to be a thing. And here we are, literally funny enough, a month later. And we're launching on February 2nd, 2022.
And that's a pinnacle number, synchronicity wise. People don't understand. There's a lot of, I'm a firm believer in universal alignment. So that is a very detailed number in itself. We won't get into that, but you picked a great time.
For sure.
Exactly what I mean. So when you went shopping or you were looking for cards that fit your likeness or what have you, where do you live? Where are you from?
I live in Dallas, Texas, but I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
So did you have the same experience in Florida that you didn't see your likeness? Because I can tell you right now, I agree with you on where I'm from when it comes to.
Everybody says that. So, years ago, well, they're still around. Mahogany, Hallmark's line, they are technically still around. And when I tell you about probably all of their cards, that's probably why I don't see them anymore. So I was going, as of recently, I was going to the stores and looking for the Mahogany brand. I always look for that line when I go to like a pharmacy, and I just couldn't find it. I mean, not even one. So I was like, what's going on? And I found myself going on Etsy, going on Amazon, and it was still a little bit scarce. So you'll find cards that have people of color on them, but it's still not a company specifically dedicated to women of color or people of color necessarily, in some sorts. So when I was finding myself just searching and reaching and couldn't find anything, I was like, well, seems like I got to do it. I got to fill that gap.
That's right. That's what I always tell women, especially women of color, when we see a void when it comes to us. In business period, this is the perfect time because the shift is happening to go follow through and do it. And you took that responsibility and you did it. And I'm very happy because now, like I said, it's very important for us to see our likeness and see the reflection back, especially when you're shopping, because the African American community or Black community as a whole, to be politically correct for some, we spend a lot of money. We spend a lot of money in various areas, not just one, not just two, but various areas. So to not see ourselves in reflection, it's like, okay, we've just been going for so many years, but now the generations are like changing that. How do you feel about that and being a part of it?
I think it's absolutely wonderful. I remember when I was younger, of course, being from a Black family, we're very proud internally and, you know, outwardly as well, but it's not represented or reflected back to us when we're out in our communities. And everyone live in different communities, so I think it does vary. But for the most part, when we go to retail stores and we're spending our money, it doesn't necessarily represent us. I think there's brands and companies that gear towards us, but they do not represent us. And I think that's something that now I absolutely love it that people are living out loud. There's innovators who are saying, no, this is what we want. This is who we are. And we're so unapologetic about being Black. There's no excuse anymore. There's no, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna check this box, or, you know, it's Black everything. Like when I look at interviews of certain celebrities or entertainers, like for example, when I'm pretty sure you've seen this, where Issa Rae was being interviewed and she said, I'm supporting everybody Black. And I mean, I felt that to my bones, because I was like, that's how I feel. And it's not to say that other people don't matter or other people aren't important, but we are too. And we haven't been shown that. So I feel like it's time. I'm happy that it's time. Like you said, it's turning, it's the shift. And I'm happy to be in it, because when I speak to like my grandmother or even my mom, and it's unbelievable to them. You know, even when we hear about events of the past and even social events now, it's almost if this is something new. And it's right. Not. So for us to be more liberated about our Blackness now is sad, but it's also empowering and it's amazing. And I'm happy to be a part of it, honestly.
And I'm happy that you are a part of it, because anytime that one of we actually shatter the glass ceiling, it opens the door for those behind us that now feel comfortable. Like, unlike my mom, you know, I'm a lot older than you. My mom and her sisters who didn't have this likeness, but just like you said, just kept going. But now the next generation doesn't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Now let's talk about You Go Girl, because that right there catches you. And I know the slogan or that term from, of course, the hit show Martin.
Yes.
So how were you influenced to use that? Did it have any part in your selection when you came to naming your brands? Tell us about that.
And I am a Martin fan. I know exactly what you were going to say before you said it. So, and the funny thing is I assume that most people won't get that reference, but I think it's something that has become so universally known. It doesn't matter what color you are. We're Black people, and obviously it resonates to us because that's how our language is when we speak to one another. But I've seen other cultures, other races and ethnicities also do the same thing. It may not be as common, but if you say it to them or they say it to you, everybody knows what it means. It's a celebration for women. You know that I'm congratulating you. I'm saying, you go ahead, girl. Yes, queen. You know, all the things that we say now. I wanted a name that was going to be universally known. It's no confusion at what this is. One, it's about women and girls, because we have cards for little girls as well. So it's about women and girls. And when you see our brand, when you see the cards, when you see even the logo, it's brown, Black, everything. There's no confusion. So I just wanted, if anyone seen You Go Girl, they know exactly what that meant. And thus far, everyone understands it, and they get it when they see it. So it was just a natural name to choose. Honestly, it was really easy and catchy.
They're very catchy. And that's what grabs you. Not only do you see the hues, the natural hues that are beautiful, but then the name alone, like that caught my eye right away, because I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like you said, it's like a celebrant. To me, it's like a word of celebration of women of color, because it does. It tells you, oh my God, oh, look at you. You go, oh, you did that. Oh, exactly. I love the whole presentation of it. So what is your actual background? Is it anything that has to do with advertising, art, something like that? Yeah.
So my coincidentally, so my undergrad degree is in public relations, and then I have a MBA as well. I attended Florida A&M University. And most of my career has been spent in the communications realm. I actually own a book publishing company as well, which is kind of how it ties into this, because I'm able to have those resources from my publishing company to do like the graphics, the content and things like that. And just the background with marketing and communications and writing. And I've written books and just a bunch of communication things. So it was just a natural flow into this, which is why I gave myself such a short and tight deadline, because I was like, if I can't do this in a month, it can't be done. It's not for me. And honestly, it's been done less than a month. The date is the date though. Yeah. But that my background is definitely communications.
So that's perfect because you know how to speak to the audience genuinely.
Absolutely.
You have the tools to actually make that happen, which is awesome. And again, it all comes with the influence and the shift in everything coming together. Now, when it comes to support from your family, what is that? Have they really?
My family has showed out. So, and I think they're used to me doing projects and launching companies and stuff like that. So they know when I do say, this is what I'm doing, I mean it. And they really get behind it. I mean, and even my social media family, and I mean, everybody's family's on social media, but my social media family, my actual family, everyone has told everyone about it. My family has asked me for shirts. Even my husband's family has gotten on board. My mother-in-law is like my unofficial managing consultant, if I can call her that. And I mean, it's everyone's so proud and just behind it. It's still unreal to me, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm just doing this thing, but people are taking it seriously and holding me accountable and are excited about it and telling their friends. And like, for example, my cousin called me the other day and said that she was going to a retirement party this Friday. And she's like, I need a card. I got to give her a card and an advertisement card in there. And I was like, we haven't launched yet. I can't give you that. So it's so exciting and heartwarming to, no matter what you're doing, to have people support you. But when people are really behind you and supporting you and saying, you go girl, which is funny because now I feel like people say that to me every single day, but they're really behind it and supporting it and wanting to see it to be a big thing, but also because they believe in the message and what we're driving as well. And it makes me very proud, honestly.
Right, absolutely. And I just want some people to know, because you'll have, like you said, we had a brief discussion prior to us TV, like when it comes to marketing and advertising to all people, yes, all people matter, but there is that kind of void when it comes to women of color or our community as a whole. When it comes to, I just saw some Band-Aids that were different colors, which I hadn't seen.
I was like, yes. But the funny thing is, Band-Aids are brown. They have brown Band-Aids for the brown Band-Aids, which I love, but I just thought it was funny.
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, like, everyone is understanding now, yeah, we don't have to just accept what is given to us. There are other playing fields that we can actually create. In terms of that, there's that sensitive area when you have, like, I have an array of different friends, of multicultural friendships, so to speak. So let's just get this clear. I don't care if you are from Russia, Istanbul. If you see my card, you go girl, you can purchase it for your African-American friend, Latina friend, and it's okay, right? Because some people will see, oh, that's not you. That's
so here's the thing, and I really do want to talk about that. And I discussed this in a podcast that I did with Nubia. And what we talked about is we've had to purchase things that didn't look like us, and it was okay. It had to be okay. One, because we didn't have a choice, but two, sometimes with greeting cards, for me, my understanding of it is baseline. It's about the expression. It shouldn't be like, this doesn't look like me, I can't purchase it, because if that's the case, the industry probably wouldn't have made as much money as they've made, because we do spend more dollars than just about everybody else in any industry, to be clear. So we have it in our About Me for our company that says these are specific to represent women of color, but any woman can purchase this, because at the end of the day, every woman is doing something amazing where you should be congratulated. Right. So no, the woman may not look exactly like you, but the good thing about that is our cards are so unique, and we've specifically designed them so that they represent so many different types of Black women, because we all come in different shades, colors, hair, texture, like all the things. So I may pick up a card that don't look exactly like me, but she is a woman, she's doing her thing. So it should go across the board. It does not matter whether you want to purchase this for your friend that's a woman of color, or purchase for your friend that's not necessarily a woman of color. It doesn't matter. The message is still the message. And I want to be very clear about that, because it's for everybody, but it's designed and it represents, women of color.
Exactly. And that's, I thought it was, for me, that question was very important for me to put out there, so no one can feel like, oh, I can't pick this up because it's not, no.
Exactly. No, you can pick it up. You can pick it up. It's okay if you don't, because we will be picking it up.
You sure will.
But you absolutely, these are not restricted to any person. Men can even purchase them.
Absolutely. See, now we covered that base. Now tell us, where can we purchase the cards?
So our website will be officially launching on 2/2/22. It's shopyougogirl.com. We'll also be on Etsy, and we'll also be on Amazon. We'll be in a few different retailers as well. So hopefully more of that is to come. So I won't mention them just yet, but we will be on some shelves as well.
Awesome. I am so proud of you, Shanley. I am so happy this exists.
Thank you.
You took the step and you just said, you know what? I don't see it. Everything happens for a reason, and you came at the right time for us. So I am super excited for you. I am so glad you're launching, and congratulations again. Congratulations to something that's overdue, basically. Not to discredit the private company that did afford us this, but I'm glad that now you exist.
For sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tell everybody your social media handles where they can follow you and your product.
Yep. So we're on Instagram. We just actually hit 10,000 followers on Friday in less than a month. So Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and TikTok, we're all You Go Girl cards on all social media platforms. Please follow us. Please like us. Please support. If you purchase a card, please tag us so that we can also repost you as well.
Oh, and that's another thing I want to say. I'm sorry, I'm backtracking, but yes, affordable. What's your price points, if you don't mind letting them know, or do you want them to just go ahead and go to the website?
Oh, we don't mind sharing. So our price points start at $4.99 and they range all the way till $9.99. So we sell single cards, bundled cards, package thank you blank cards. It ranges. We also have other little things on the website as well, like stickers, candles, patches, t-shirts. So the prices range. We got, if you want to be You Go Girl, we go girl.
I want a t-shirt. I'm telling you that right now. When you make the t-shirt,
I'm gonna send you a t-shirt. Please, but absolutely, it's on the website, shopyougogirl.com. Prices are very affordable, and we do bundles because we believe that no one's purchasing just one card. So we want everyone to save some money, and we want you to keep coming back and spending some money and showing people You Go Girl cards.
I know I will. I can't wait to get mine. So again, congratulations to you on your launch coming up, and we will be staying tuned to You Go Girl cards. And I am so proud again to say this is like history for me. I don't know why I feel like this is some sort of history. It is, right? Like
technically it is. It's one of a kind as of now. And I want to be clear, because I've said this and I thought about it afterwards. There are greeting card companies that are Black owned. There are, but there are no that I know of. Please stand up if you do, that are Black owned greeting cards specifically just for, that are designed for and by with people of color on them, and specifically women of color. So I don't want anyone to think that we just came up with putting the first Black people on cards, because that's not true. But this is the first of its kind in that specific realm.
Absolutely. And thank you for giving me that teachable moment, because that lesson, even though I knew they existed, but to this degree, you're right. I mean, if I'm wrong, I stand corrected as well with you, but I see any for women of color specifically.
Yeah.
So is much necessary. Thank you, Shanley. Thank you for joining us on HM exclusive interview. Again, congratulations. Everyone, make sure you go to her handles. Everything is right there on the screen for you. So check her out, check the product out, and please support. Like she said, tag her, tag the company, show your postcard. Show your greeting card so she can see it, and just support. Stand out. Stand out. Thank you, Shanley.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And you go, girl, too.
Thank you. I'm trying. Man, let me tell you, it was hard to get up this morning. Something was cracking on me. I did it. I got up. Anyway.
That's all that matters. You got up.